What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Showdown Breakdown. No, what the hell? This isn't a Showdown Breakdown. This is a live stream Fanduel Domination Setup Tutorial. There we go. What the hell am I doing? I don't even know. It's late at night. We're getting ready to set up the Dom Station to make 150 lineups for Fanduel. This is a live stream, so the idea is Q&A, ask questions, learn how it's done. We're going to make some lineups together. Eventually, we'll be putting these in. I'm going to be putting these in on FanDuel later. Try to attack 150, win some money. So let's get started, guys. And as you're watching along, what I'm going to... All right, let me do this thing that I was told, that I can make the screen a little bit bigger so that you can maybe see it a little bit better on YouTube. There you go. It's not as easy for me, but apparently that's what people like. So I will do that. What's up? What's up, Schwa? What's up? All right, let's get started, guys. FanDuel NFL breakdown, week 4. First thing we do, click on NFL. We're on the main slate, classic style. Click on the main. I'll put myself off the camera angle here, and we could just get a full view of the Domination Station. It is Fitzpatrick Stack Sunday. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. More so on DraftKings than FanDuel. FanDuel, the salaries, if you'll notice, at quarterback are a little bit closer together, so it's less enticing to save a little bit. The most expensive Lamar, great. I mean, he's awesome. Whatevs. But Fitzpatrick here at 7,100. He's pretty close in price. For example, like Deshaun is 7,800. I guess it's a good enough savings. Murray's 8,400. So these are the quarterbacks we're going to focus on. Take a look at my NFL sheet. We've got Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Newton is out, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Teddy Bridgewater, Mahomes is out, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Russell Wilson, and I'll add in a little bit of Lamar Jackson exposure just for shits and gigs. That's pretty much what I'm planning. If you guys have an idea for another one to throw in there, let me know. But let's go through all of the options. So, yep, we got our slate selected. We're going to use correlation stacking options. All right. The first thing I have to do here is set it to 150 lineups. Go tournament mode. These are the basic functions that I always use. Server mode. I like to do, let's call it 3 uniques for this one. DFS Army projections, of course. I don't use tight ends in the flex on FanDuel. I don't really like much wide receiver in the flex on FanDuel, so I'm going to limit that to 40%. Yes. Would I still play Deshaun with the ownership? Yes. Don't worry about ownership in of quarterbacks. Don't worry about it. Most people will not use stacks or double stacks. You can get unique by game stacking. Dom Station is going to give you Lamar pretty much if you let it. Oh, yeah. I don't think we have Burns's book, the Millie Maker Shark Attack book, talks about a lot of these details, and we just know these stats from a lot of different places. But yes, there has pretty much never been a 2 tight end, for example. We give out all this info, but I don't think we have a specific tool that shows it outside of the Shark Attack, Burns's book, which you can read. All right, where was I? All right, before we even get into making lineups, guys, I jump in too quickly. Not to making lineups. The first thing I like to do is actually go through position by position and narrow down the player pool. So this time we're going to do that instead of jumping right in. Okay, the first position group that you really always have to narrow down is the defense position group. I only want defenses that I plan to use, that I have any interest in at all. So I'm going to go up the list here. Can we play the Cowboys? Yes, I think we can. Can we play the Bengals? Sure, they're not completely terrible. I'm not playing them. Not playing them. Carolina, no. Texans, yes. Jaguars, okay. Cardinals, okay. No to the Browns. Yes to Seattle. That's a no. No. Yes. I'm not using the Saints on the road. Bucks, Rams, Colts, and the Ravens are the 4 best. These are the ones we want the most of. And luckily on FanDuel, we can afford it. So these are the ones I'm going to want the most of, but I've already eliminated a few. Some of these are turdly. I really just want these 4. But maybe a taste of some of these cheap ones. We'll see how it all comes together. All right, tight end position. Let's do the same thing. So what I'm doing here in order to accomplish this, guys. Yeah, that Raiders defense was just a misprice. That was not correct. That was never going to be correct. All right, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, yes, we could play him. Higbee is in play. Mike Gesicki is one of my favorites. Certainly, yes to that. I guess we got to play Jimmy Graham after the big week, right? Not excited about it. Gronk is in play. Hooper, yes. No. What up, Taysom? Hell no. Not so much into Greg Olson, Logan Thomas. Not really. I'm not gonna mess with Logan Thomas, guys. I'm sorry. I know you're excited to play him. Jordan Akins, we can live in. I try to leave in players that are part of potential stacks that I might do. Like if I have a Burrow stack, maybe Drew Sample will wind up in it. So I want to leave him in there. No. Adam Troutman, for shits and gigs as well, the cheapest guy, somewhat viable. We leave him in. But look what we're doing. We're already excluding quite a few players here just by going through the player pool and eliminating. Let's do wide receiver now. Now I'm going to leave most of the wide receiver. Wait, this is running back. All right, running back. We'll do running back now. Once again, I'm just going to allow the running backs in the player pool. This doesn't mean I'm going to use a ton of them, but these are ones that I'm going to allow to be used, right? We'll see if they get used much. Like normally I'd want to play Chris Carson. This is one of the biggest mysteries of the slate. Is he healthy? Is he not healthy? Leverage is not important in 10 to 20 person tournaments. All you got to do is play your best lineup. You don't really need to get overly crazy with stacking or anything. Don't worry about ownership. Just play a good lineup in a 10 to 20 man tournament. Don't worry about leverage at all. Matter of fact, leverage is your enemy in that. We're going to leave Kenyon Drake. I'm going to leave Chris Carson for now. Austin Eckler, kind of now, I guess. No, not against this team. Joe Mixon, questionable. I don't like it. David Johnson, James Robinson, yes. Darrell Henderson, yes. Mike Davis, yes. Devin Singletary is a no. Kareem Hunt, I would play if he was fully healthy, but since I don't know, I'm not going to play it. Ron Jones, yes. Am I forgetting anyone, guys? No. All right. We're setting up our player pool here. Let's go. One last spot. Quarterback, wide receiver. Love Kenny G. Sure, why not? Thielen, yes. Don't want him. Not today. Chark is actually going to play tomorrow. I'm going to leave him in. I don't want really Woods. I guess we'll leave him in there, though. Odell is in a good spot. McLaurin, not for me. Not this time. Devontae Parker, yes. Man, Marquise Brown, a little more reasonably priced on FanDuel compared to DraftKings. We're going to have a lot of Will Fuller. Big Willie Styles all in it. Marvin Jones, Tyler Boyd, yes. Sure, why not? Just Manny being Manny, I don't want that. Jarvis Landry, yes. AJ Green, yes. Keelan Cole, no. CeeDee Lamb, yes. Yes to him. I don't like Miller. I don't really want that team. No. Cobb is in. I guess we'll leave in Justin Jefferson for those Houston stacks just in case, but I don't really want too much of that. Brandon Cooks is in. T. Higgins is a yes. One nice thing about FanDuel, guys, compared to DraftKings, FanDuel, you don't need to get like ridiculous with your players. You don't need the super turd. You don't need to play, someone like Isaiah Ford. You don't need it. Don't need the super turds on FanDuel. That's what I like about FanDuel. Basically on FanDuel, you want to play a lineup that looks like your season-long fantasy football lineup. Aaron, I was told that the people were begging for FanDuel. I already did multiple videos breaking down DraftKings this week. The Players Club earlier today, the Wolfpack yesterday, all from a DraftKings perspective. So today, this is more about showing how to set up the Domination Station than it is showing you exactly what to do for yourself for this week. I want to teach you how to use this tool. That's what these videos are about. Okay, so we've got our player pool narrowed down. Look how many players are in the pool now. Only 91. Only 91 players in my pool. Oh, you want to do exactly what I'm doing. Just you can pause, you can rewind, you could see the list, but these guys are all on my Geeks. I mean, most of them are on the cheat sheet. I add some more because they're going to be involved in stacks, but you'll see. You'll have plenty of time to see. Where's my Dom station? All right. Now we've got, what have we done so far? We've set up our settings, 3 uniques, server mode. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, use the cheat sheet and the Dom station together to do a single entry for a tournament. Like, figure out a stack you want, then hit optimize and see who else pops in there. See who the way I do it. Let me show you something. My favorite thing to use this tool for is I just sort by fantasy points per dollar. Okay. And if you want to see the best plays on the slate and you just sort by fantasy points per dollar, they just pop right up in your face. Now, look, I unchecked Curtis Samuel. He's popping a little bit, but I'm not playing. So, but these are your best fantasy points per dollar plays. And these are the guys that are going to show up the most in lineups. The other way you could tell who's a good play, if you sort by projected ownership, they're just going to pop up right in your face. The best plays on the slate. Those are the best plays. So here, running back, who are the best plays? When you sort, they're in your face. Can't miss them. And almost exclusively the highest projected owned is absolutely the best play. No, you should not trade Adam Thielen and Diggs for Hill. Diggs this season has been better than Hill, and Adam Thielen is good. I don't know what else you're talking about there. All right, so we've got our player pool set up. Now we're going to set up our stacks. Okay, now where do I find out what teams who to use? Again, I make a sheet every week where I tell you who I'm interested in this week. So we're just going to go down the list and use these guys. So we're going to start with Deshaun Watson, who is one of my favorite plays on the slate. Let's go to set up a stack for Deshaun Watson. We're going to go Deshaun Watson. Let's do 20 lineups in each stack, and then at the end, we'll figure out if we want to raise them up or lower them. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh, interesting. You guys were right. Looks like you have to click correlation boost beforehand or else it doesn't work. Well, that's good to know. We'll get that fixed. But somebody was telling me about that today. So the first thing we decide, do we want it to be game stacks or team stacks? Well, Houston is playing against Minnesota. If we team stack, these are the 3 players available on the comeback. So what I'm going to do on FanDuel, I don't like to be as aggressive. I'm going to do 10 team stacks, and then I'll do 10 game stacks. That's one of the nice things about the system. You can do both. One quarterback, you can set up team stacks and game stacks. Now, the second thing we set up is how many players do we want in the stack? I'm going to tell you right now, I want Deshaun with at least 2 players, no less than 2. One of Fuller, David Johnson, Randall Cobb, Jordan Akins, Brandon Cooks. Yeah, I want him with at least 2. And I don't want a lot of that second one to be David Johnson. So I'm going to set him at 20%. So what this is going to do is it's going to force either Fuller, Cobb, or Fuller, Cooks lineups. And it's going to be mostly Fuller, Cooks here based on the projection. I'm going to raise up Cobb a little bit to 9.5. I'm going to raise up Akins a little bit to 7.9. And I'm going to set a limit on Cooks of 60%. The reason I'm doing this, because if I don't, it's going to be all Cooks and Fuller. So fine, we'll get almost 60% of these Cooks and Fuller, and then I'll get a little bit of David Johnson and maybe a little bit of these other 2, and we can control it in the exposures box. Now here are team stacks. I'm going to do the same 2 of, and then 1 of the other team, and I don't mind which of these 3 it is. It'll probably be either Thielen or Dalvin Cook, or hopefully Dalvin Cook. I'm going to actually raise up Dalvin Cook. I think if the Vikings are competitive, Dalvin Cook is going to eat. So he's the guy I want the most in these game stacks. All right. So that's 20 lineups ready to go. Let's do our next one. Back to the sheet. Dak Prescott. The scales, Landry. Yes. So we like Dak Prescott, and we're going to do a comeback with him. So let's set up. These are going to be all game stacks for me. So I'm going to do 20 Dak lineups. I'm going to do him in game stacks. We're going to give him 2 of his players, and then at least 1 from the other team. That's how I likes it. Yeah, I like the look of that. We'll set Odell Beckham so that it's not always him. I'm going to go 65%. We should get 65-35 on that mix. Hopefully a little bit of both as well. I'm going to actually raise this up. Make sure that I have a shot of getting some lineups with 4 players in it. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce Zeke Elliott down to 30% in these stacks so I don't get endless amounts of Zeke Elliott. All right. That's 20. 40. Okay. Now, because I played game stacks with Dak, I think I'm going to put some Baker Mayfield stacks in here as well. Baker Mayfield is on my list as a GPP stackable guy. Let's do game stacks with him. I want him with 2 of his guys and at least 1 of the opposition. So just set up 10 Baker Mayfield stacks as well. That's 30. That's 40. That's 50. Let's go back to the sheet. Oh, yeah, baby. Little Josh Allen, little Kyler, little Teddy KGB. All right, let's start with Josh Allen. I'm making lineups, guys. Now, note what I'm doing. Ooh, it's going to be all Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs. Do we want to include Cole Beasley? Do we want to include John Brown? I don't even know if those guys are healthy. They're not in my pool. I guess I should add them. Doesn't seem questionable, so I'll add him back. And we'll add back Beasley as well. See, that's the danger of unchecking players. Sometimes you got to bring them back because I'm going to do these stacks. I do want to mix it up a little bit with Josh Allen. If I got to do all Allen to Diggs, I don't love that. So I do want like maybe 80% Allen to Diggs. We'll do 15 lineups here. Because you might ask, like, why not do 30 lineups or more or 100%? Because Allen has such a tight target tree with Diggs that I want to make 30 versions of Allen to Diggs. If Diggs fails, Allen, all those lineups all completely fail. So Allen could still have a nice day, but because I have them all with Diggs, and if Diggs doesn't have a big day, I'm fucked. So I want to get a little John Brown in there, a little JB. Is this a game stack situation? Let's see who they're playing against. Yes. No, I'm not going to game stack it. I don't mind. You know what? Let's do 10 team, and then we'll do 5 game. See how nice that is? I can do both. I don't have to make a make or break decision. We'll do both. 5 game stacks. Okay, that's fine. We'll get one of these 2 guys in there. All right, that's 15. All right, who's next? Teddy KGB, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Russell Wilson. Okay, let's go Teddy KGB. Add rule. Yeah, I love Teddy Bridgewater here. I like these weapons that he has. So let's do 15, 20. What do you want to do? 20, 15, 20? Got to get two guys going if you're going to go off. I guess I got to include Curtis Samuel just in case that's the guy. That's unfortunate, but I have no choice. That's what I got to do. So let's go down and add in Curtis Samuel back into the mix. I don't want too much of Curtis Samuel outside of stacks. I definitely don't want any, so I'm just going to dislike him here. And, you know, he might show up in some of these lineups. So I'm going to actually raise this up a little bit. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, I like. Mike Davis, we're going to just kind of set a limit of 50%. Although, no, actually, you know what? Davis, pass catcher. So I'm just going to leave him in there with Teddy Bridgewater as correlated. I'm just going to raise up a little bit of Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. I'm going to give him a little boost. Now, who are they playing against? They're playing against, yeah. So, yeah, I do want one of these pieces as well. Any one of these three will work. Let's leave that as it is. We'll take one piece from Arizona in this. Yeah, this is another way to do it. Like what you do, you could go team by team. If you don't have the player names memorized, you can do it that way and team by team and just kind of look them over. But the way I did it was faster, you know, realistically for me, because I just don't mind when I see these stacks come up. If I see a player missing that I wanted, I'll just put him back in the player pool. All right, that was Teddy KGB. Do I want to do Kyler Murray lineups? Yeah. I'm going to do these game stacks as well. We'll do 10. Now, I have a feeling it's a Kenyon Drake day, but Drake and Murray do not go well together. So what I'm going to do is raise up Andy Isabella a little bit just in case he has another crazy day. And we'll just kind of do something like that. But it'll be mostly Hopkins. And I might have to change these if we find out Hopkins isn't playing for tomorrow. All right. That's Kyler Murray. Game stacks. Next, my favorite of the whole slate. Fitzy. This game is the one I'm excited for. Fitzpatrick. Let's go 25 Fitzpatrick game stacks. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give my own little correlation boost to these guys because I pretty much want to have Fitzpatrick with two. I need two guys with Fitzpatrick. So I'm going to go 13.5. I'm going to go 11.9. I'm going to go 10.9. Basically, I gave each person about a 15 to 20% boost. We'll do the same with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. The reason I'm raising that up is because we'll naturally start to get, you know, just more kind of game stacks, more situations where you'll get two of these guys and even two of these guys in a lineup together. It's 25. Okay. The other one is Russ. Let Russ cook, baby. Now, I want less of Russell Wilson because I feel like I'm covering a lot of the Russell Wilson upside with my Fitzpatrick lineups. But we'll do 15 lineups, also game stacks. But in this case, we'll do two players for Russ. And I mean, the problem is, I'm actually going to go down to 10. If we go, you know what? This is the issue. What if Russ cooks, but it's not Metcalf and Lockett? It's like someone else. We're going to wind up with Metcalf and Lockett like in every lineup. So I'll do 10 like this. But we're going to have them all with Metcalf and Metcalf and Lockett. I'm actually going to zero out. So we're going to do 10 Wilson, Lockett, Metcalf lineups, each with one player from the Dolphins. Boom. What's next? All right, let's count them up first. Now, very important that the total equals 150. So we're making 150 lineups. So I got 10, I've got 35, 45, 65, 70, 80, 90, 110, 120, 130. That's it, 130. So we've got 20 lineups yet to allocate. 20 more left, guys. Give me a suggestion for one more quarterback to put in here. Let me jump to my sheet and see if I forgot anybody. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I know. Joe Burrow. I did Baker Mayfield already. So Joe Burrow is the other one that I wanted. Like Joe Burrow, JB. Let's do 15 lineups with JB. Joe Burrow, need 2 players with him. Going to do a game stack. No, I'm going to keep it as a team stack. And that gives me 5 floaters. Goff, man. Richard, you're reading Josh's notes. I'm going to just, this is in honor of DFS up north, my boy. That's my home slice. Let's take a look at his list here. Wait, hide that. Can't see that shit. Let's see my home slice. He's got Deshaun. Oh, Kirk Cousins. Ugh, Kirk Cousins. Captain Kirk. Want to go with a little Captain Kirk? Hard for me to like Jared Goff at all here. I like D-Ryle Henderson, though. Like Hendu. No, I'd rather go with Captain Kirk. So I'm going to use Kirk Cousins as the final 5. Did I do Stafford? My goodness, I totally forgot about Matt Stafford. Really? No. Love Stafford. I'm actually going to now find space for 15. I love Stafford here. So I guess I forgot to put him on my sheet. Let's go 10 Joe Burrow lineups. I've got 10 left. I love Stafford in this one. 10. At least 2. And then 1 from, it's always going to be Kamara. That was going to happen anyway. I didn't need to do it. It's going to happen anyway. We make sure almost everyone has Kenny Galladay in it. Want plenty of Marvin Jones and plenty of Hawkinson. Okay. Guys, you ready for this? Cross your fingers. Wish me luck. We're going to smash the optimize button here. I'm going to make some lineups. Wish me luck. Let's go. Ooh, look at that. Fucking lightning speed. Corey, the difference when you're making just 10, the approach is the same, but you're not going to use 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks for 10 lineups. You're going to use 1, maybe 2. If you want to build MME, if you're making 10 lineups, I think you're better to handcraft 10 lineups based on the sheet and just putting in the players that we like, using the high projected ones. But if you really need to use the domination station, it's the same method no matter how many lineups you build. All right, I want to show you how cool this is. One of the great things about the Dom station, the Dommy, is the secondary stack. So check out what you got here. The first lineup that pops up. Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller. We love the trio. Then you've got a secondary Lockett, Gesicki, Seattle game stack. Zeke, Bengals defense, Kamara, Mike Davis. What a beautiful lineup. That's our top projected stack. The Deshaun Watson ones really pop. As you can see, here's a Deshaun Watson, David Johnson, Brandon Cooks combo. No Will Fuller in this one. This is a Will Fuller hurts the hammy, and Deshaun Watson throws a touchdown to David Johnson approach. Mike Davis, DJ Moore secondary stack. Very nice. CeeDee Lamb, Zeke secondary stack. So, see, some beautiful lineups built. Now, here's a really cool thing. We're going to now be able to look at our exposures and see who we've got a lot of, who we've got a little of, and what's going on. So these are our sort of requested stacks. I think we're on the right track with the, maybe it's too much Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know. Maybe it's too much Baker Mayfield. I don't know. This makes me want to build like 250, a few more because I want some more. We've got a lot of Kamara. I'm fine with being close to all in on Kamara, but I don't want to be fully all in. So we're going to start to control our exposures here a little bit. Where's Dalvin Cook? Got to let Dalvin cook. Kenyon Drake. I want a little more of this guy. I want more. I don't like this distribution. So first thing I'm going to do is start setting limits. 80%. Mike Davis, we're going to go. Mike Davis projected for 20%. I don't mind going double the field. I don't want to be that much higher than that. Zeke, I like Zeke a lot. We're going to go 38%. I certainly like Ron John. Darrell Henderson, I want a little bit more of. I'm going to actually raise up his projection a little bit. There we go. Now, again, wide receiver, our top projected value on the slate. He's obviously showing up quite a bit. Tyler Lockett, fine. Brandon Cooks. I'm going to reduce Brandon Cooks to 10.5 because I don't want as much Cooks outside of my Watson lineups. He's fine, but that's not the kind of player I want a ton of. Will Fuller, I like a lot. Odell, yes. CeeDee Lamb, again, another guy that I really only want in DAC lineups. So what I'm going to do is lower him. This is the main pool. Remember, the DAC lineups are controlled up here in this fantasy points section. It's not affected by the main pool. So if I don't want players showing up in lineups outside of in stacks, that's how you control that. Diggs, Landry, Trey Quizzles. I don't want very much Traquan at all. I mean, I guess you could have a little bit, but he doesn't excite me. Is fine. Jefferson is fine. Robbie Anderson, Andy Isabella. That's fine. Tyler Boyd. I like Tyler Boyd a little bit more than this. Raise him up a little bit. Kenny Galladay is one of my favorite plays on the slate. Somehow he's only showing up 4%. That's not acceptable. So I'm going to raise that up a little bit. Guys, if you have questions or comments, whatever you want, just pop them in the chat section. I will answer them. Sometimes my screen, of course, pauses on me because my computer is shit. That's very annoying. But where was it? This was 12.7. So I'm going to go 13.5. I just want a little more Kenny Galladay than what I'm getting. Okay. Let's look at tight end and see if we're like, here's what you end up like loading up on one player sometimes, and you don't want to. I like this, though. I'm fine with it. Defense, let's see what happened. Ooh, that's a lot of Ravens. But quote the Raven, never more. Like, it's never more than enough. Ravens defense, I guess, right? What the fuck am I talking about? I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's go 30. I really like the Ravens a lot. I'm going to go 38%. The Bengals I do not love. So we're going to limit them to about market exposure, 8%. Rams are one of my preferred. I like the Bills. I like the Bucks a little bit more than what I have here. But here's the thing. When I make a couple of adjustments, I don't need to mess with every other one because they're all going to change now based on just me controlling these two, right? So we've gone through all of the position groups and we've done a little bit of what I call housekeeping. I'm going to run it again. My other thing is I want to check on Fanduel. Did I not use Lamar? I think the Ravens will get ahead. I think they'll dominate defensively, and I think Lamar can hit value. But is he going to smash the slate open as the most expensive quarterback on the slate is really the question. Of course, Lamar can hit value, but he's the most expensive guy. So he doesn't have to just hit value. He needs to smash. And I'm not 100% convinced that in an easy matchup where the defense for the Ravens, I expect to dominate, that Lamar will have to do very much. It could wind up going a lot to the running game. I don't know. I think it's fine to play Lamar. I'm just saying there are definite paths where he doesn't smash. The pathway to a non-smash exists. I'm just looking through my exposures here. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to make some adjustments. I don't love all of this, but and by the way, I don't mind playing a little bit of Lamar. Like if you can, he definitely belongs. If I lower exposure elsewhere, I could play him. But who else am I going to really lower that much? Maybe we go to 15 Teddy Bridgewaters. Give me a little. The problem is I want Lamar. Yeah, I kind of want Lamar stacked with Mark Andrews. You know what? Yeah, we'll do at least 5 Lamar Jacksons. You know what? I'm with you. Added him in. I agree. You convinced me. I'm down. All right. Give him another run. Now, I haven't really gotten too deep into like controlling. Like, I haven't gotten too deep into controlling individually. My position by position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's a pretty big fucking Deshaun Watson stack. I like that. I like everything I'm seeing here. It's just 4 lineups with Akins. That's fine. Just sample Ingram, Hooper. Don't love him, but I'm sure he's just showing up in stacks. I don't want him outside of stacks at all. So I'm going to lower that. Hawkinson, again, guy I only want in stacks. Troutman, I'm going to lower that a little bit as well. Gesicki is my favorite tight end on the slate. Let me just go through the tight end position group. I'm trying to see. Actually, let's go back to my sheet here. Fanduel. I want to see if I'm forgetting any tight ends that I'm interested in that I'm forgetting. No. Gesicki, Evan Ingram, Hawkinson, Kelsey's out. So, yeah, that's about it. There's one guy I'm kind of into a little bit, a little Gronk. Let me see about that. Tight end has been exploding, chalk exploding at a 90% clip this season so far. Basically, everybody's tight end that they're on has been wrong, and I think it's because of Logan Thomas and Chris Herndon, specifically those two. Problem is Gronk isn't cheap enough on FanDuel to make it worthwhile to pay down. You really almost need to give me some Andrews. That's who I'm missing here. Why am I getting none? I want a little pay up tight end. Give me a little bet, a little bit of Andrews. Smash a love on this guy. See if we can get a little Andrews in our mix. Now, what else is not looking or is looking a little too extreme here? That's a lot of DJ Moore. I don't want 46% exposure to any wide receiver on FanDuel. Going to lower that. Same thing with Tyler Lockett. I mean, I love him. He's underpriced here, but I'm just going to lower that down just a little bit. I don't like him that. I like him, but I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want him that much. I like Odell. I like DK Metcalf. I like the rest of all this, what we have going on here. So all these guys are good. Even Keenan Allen, I don't mind that. I like a little more Tyler Boyd than I'm getting. So I'm going to go 8-5 there. Again, I'm not getting as much Kenny G as I want. So I'm going to raise that up to a little bit more. Duke, Marquise. Yeah, all good. All right. Now, stop it right now, Zach Nelson. Shit. Well, oh boy. Here we go. Might lose another game. Guys, the NFL is not going to play games. If somebody tests positive on a team, they're going to cancel the game. I'm just letting you know. So if this is true, and I believe you, Zach Nelson, we're probably going to lose the Saints game. And, oh no, we're going to lose the chalk Kamara. That's going to upend this entire slate because there's never been a more clear-cut, lock than Kamara. Shit. Well, luckily, we can leave this open. Dalton Schultz. Yeah, you know what? I can put some Dalton Schultz in there. That's fine. Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't love Dalton Schultz, but I don't mind him in stacks with Dak. So what I'm going to do is I'll enable him. That's a good idea. But I'll lower his measure here down to 6.1 because I don't really want him outside of Dak stacks. But actually, according to our grades, he looks good. So actually, let's bring him back up to about 7. Okay, because the grading system really likes Dalton. So that's a good sign. Oh, I didn't even mention this before. One of the great things we have going on here are grades. If you want to see who's in the best spot, just, in terms of the matchup, you can sort by grade. This stuff works much better for other position groups. That's why we love Devontae Parker. This is why I love Williams in the Miami passing game. It's all the Miami passing game. They stand out the most. And then Fuller, he stands out. Odell. These are the guys who stand out. Let's see about running back position. Who stands out? Everything's factored in. Kenyon Dreezy Drake, man. Best matchup on the board. People like Devin Singletary, but he's not a starter. You got to have both a grade and fantasy points per dollar. This is where Kamara comes into play. He's so much better than everybody else on the slate. I'm going to give Darrell Henderson a little bump. I like Darrell Henderson a lot on FanDuel in particular, where touchdowns are king. It's an unbelievable thing. Oh, man. What a disaster. So, guys, prepare yourselves mentally for the fact that we are going to lose the Saints for tomorrow. This is why I can't build fucking lineups in advance, because I got to change every fucking lineup that I built manually. That's the hard part about manual during the time of the Rona. That's a bummer. I feel like I want to look at Roto World here. See what we got. Oh, man, here it is. One Saints player tested positive. Fantasy players should prepare for another possible postponement in light of this news. Oh, boy, here we go. Nope. It's not canceled yet, but yeah, you better start mentally preparing. It's going to get canceled, guys. Forget about it now. It doesn't matter. It's going to get canceled. This news is new. We're going to lose this game. We're going to lose one of the sexiest games on the slate. It's unfortunate. But again, with the Dom Station, it doesn't matter that much because we could just adjust. We just remove those people. We remove those players. We move on with our lives. We accept that our free square in Kamara is gone, and we play a different approach to the slate. We get a little more Zeke. We get a little more Dalvin Cook. We get a little more of the other guys. No. Oh, my God. If this happens and Derrick Henry opts out the rest of the season, I'm going to lose my shit. I fucking traded for him. Frank Wright thinks the Saints will play, man, but I'm telling you, why? Why would you think that? It will get canceled. Oh, what a disaster. This wasn't supposed to happen during my live stream. We're supposed to be talking about the Dom Station. I don't know, Frank Wright, why you think the game will play. I totally disagree. I think if somebody has the Rona, they're not going to take chances in the NFL. They're going to shut the game down. They're not going to fuck around. I'm telling you, that's what I think. Oh, what a bummer. All right, Ron Jones Jr. getting a lot of that. Mike Davis, Darrell Henderson. Here we go. So we're, should we mentally prepare and just take out the Saints? Should we do it? I was saying this on the podcast this morning on the Players Club, guys. These fucking players need to experience like their fellow players getting sick in order for them to accept this. Like, what the fuck? We'll see, man. Frank, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. No, here's the deal. They can't accept it. That's the problem. I was just getting news on just getting news on Hopkins and Kirk. It looks like they're both still questionable. So anyway, what I was saying is the players, they need to see other players getting sick and getting this disease, like to take it serious. It was like MLB. In the beginning of the whole thing, a lot of the teams got these outbreaks, and then it just stopped. Like the teams just like cracked down. And I feel like they didn't. I thought NFL would learn from them and crack down on this shit, but they clearly haven't. These guys are going out and they're getting the fucking Rona. How you getting the Rona? You're not being careful. I don't get the whole won't say who the player is who's sick either. I really don't. What the fuck is that? Like when a player's sick, you let us know this guy's out with an illness. Now you won't say because it's fucking what? HIPAA rules? I'm embarrassed. I don't know. Let's not worry about it. I mean, Frank Wright thinks no one's going to. I think you're crazy. I think they're going to cancel games if anybody tests positive. How do the rest of them? Even if here's the thing, Frank. Here's the thing. Even if they didn't test positive today, if they were around this dude yesterday, they could be carrying it but not testing positive for a few more days. So they need to give it a week. We saw it with the Titans. And this fucker, Derrick Henry, wants to opt out the season. Please. Serious right now? Seriously? All right, let's concentrate on this game. Building fucking lineups, bro. Making lineups. I mean, I lowered Brandon Cooks, and they've still shown up 15%. That's fine. DK Metcalf getting plenty. Michael Gallup, sure. Devontae Parker, he's one of my favorites. I'm going to raise him up a little bit. I love Devontae Parker. Now I'm just adjusting my projections, but we've built it, guys. This is it. If we build it, they're supposed to come. That's how the shit works. We built it. The money will come. If you build the lineups, the money will come. Raising up Kenny G a little more, but we're going to lose him. So it's just like wishful thinking right now. He's not going to be able to be in this slate. They're going to fucking cancel that game. Omar, you have just said the most true words I've ever seen. You are a philosopher and a wise man. I agree with you. Beasley. Sometimes you want to look down this list here and see if you're getting like very low exposure to anybody you don't want. So this is it, guys. Basically, the process, you've just seen it. We set up our stacks, and then we go through the player pool, and we adjust players. Little rules of thumb here, or what I'll call pro tips. Let's say you want a player only in stacks, but you don't want him as a standalone player. Let's look for a player like that. Like, let's say I decide I only want Michael Gallup in stacks. I don't agree with that, but Justin Jarrett, who's a player like that? I still not getting enough Kenny G, man. I love the student. I don't understand why he's projected so low. All right, CeeDee Lamb's perfect. I don't really want to use CeeDee Lamb outside of lineups with Dak. So what I do is this is the main player pool. Okay, this is how correlation stacks work. This is the main player pool. I just changed his number to 9.5. But if you look up here, where it shows with Dak, the Dak lineups, it wouldn't, his projection is not affected. So when you're making Dak Prescott lineups, you're going to get CeeDee Lamb at his high projection of 11.5. I'm just going to lower it a little bit in this one too, because I think I'm getting too much of him. But I like CeeDee Lamb. I just don't like him that much. I don't like him. You know what I mean? Oh, no. Wait. What? No. Are you just fucking talking shit? There we go. What's up, Adam? Kamara has the virus. I don't believe you, man. Kamara's playing too well to have a virus. I don't believe you. Where am I? So anyway, I was in the middle of a fucking pro tip, and then you're making me crazy over here. The pro tip. I mean, how can I concentrate on making lineups? They fucking canceled one of the biggest games on the slate. So many players involved. I'm like, I'm gonna run it again here, but again, the pro tip is when you don't want a player to show up outside of stacks with their quarterback or the opposing quarterback. Yeah, Kamara's immune. Kamara is too good at football to catch a virus. I heard that Donald Trump got blood from Kamara to attack his virus and to cure himself. Like he called Kamara, like, bro, let me get some of that superhuman blood. Kamara's like, hell no, I ain't giving you shit. All right, so you don't want a player in the pool that's not in your player pool. Look how much Darrell Henderson. I really like Darrell Henderson on Fanduel. Now, when we're controlling for exposures, I'm gonna get a little more Drake just because he's like protected so well and no one wants to play him. A little more Dustin Johnson. I got to get. I mean, we're gonna end up without Kamara here, so I might as well start to mentally prepare. You like the hell no that Kamara wouldn't give Trump the blood? Is that what the laugh was? All right. Here's another little cool tool that we have going on. I haven't even showed it yet. Stack combination. So what you could do is go through each team and see who's being combined, right? I'm seeing this, and this is problematic, right? I'd like more Fuller and Cooks, but I'm getting a lot of Fuller Akins, Cooks and Akins, David Johnson and Cooks. That's not enough Fuller. I'm going to go back up to that stack because with Sean Watson, if he's cooking, oh man, Chris Carson is not the same as Kamara, bro. If he's fine, but he's not the same as Kamara. But I do like Chris Carson in that game. Chris Carson's probably going to smash in that game if he plays. So he's questionable right now. Which player was I just talking about? Deshaun Watson stacks. I want a little more Fuller, so I'm going to actually raise him up to. I like him more than what this seems to like him. I'm going to lower this. Raise up Cobb to. Let's give another run. Are you guys getting pretty much like the cadence of how to set up the Dom now? Because I get a ton of questions. Everybody seems to ask me, like, why don't I get any stack lineups? And I never understand what am I missing here? I never understand it. All right, let's see what these look like. Michael Burton says the same player that tested positive. Michael Burton, the fullback. The fucking fullback? Jeez, I never even heard of that guy. Turd. Where is it? Oh my God. Wait, Michael Burton? You know what I feel about Michael Burton, guys? You know what I feel about Michael Burton? Hold on. Where my turds at? He's got the Rona. All right. What do you think, Kanger? You think they're going to play? You think the Saints are going to play with Michael Burton with the Rona? Remember what happened with Titans? First one guy tests positive. 4 days later, other guys are still testing positive. There's no way they play this game. There's no way they play this game. It's going to be out. It's going to be off. It just is. I kind of want to just pull them out so that I can do my lineups the right way. Motherfucker. What we should do right now? You know what we should do right now? You know what we should do right now? Uncheck it. Should we do it? I'm like, what are lineups going to look like with these two teams? There's no way they're playing this game. I'm accepting it. I took them out. Let's run it again. Oh my goodness, I'm scared to see what's about to happen. I just unchecked the entire Saints and Lions teams. We're gonna have to fill out some more stacks with some other players. I'm oh, I can't even do it because you got to close off these stacks. All right, where are those stacks? Jackson, Stafford, exit out. Burrow, Wilson, Fitzpatrick, Murray. Was that it? That was just the only one? Just Stafford? Okay. Let's go. All right, Omar. This is a good question. So I make my sheet mainly for like handcrafted lineups, but like a core play you're seeing here, I'll go as high as 70, 80% on a running back. 50%. Core play for me is like 50%. I rarely have wide receivers that I'd call core. I don't really want a wide receiver more than about 30%, just ever, unless I feel supreme confidence in that wide receiver. The more stars, the more I'm interested in that player. Like a 1 or 2 star play, a 1-star play, I might not play him. Oh, we're getting football, man. A 1-star play, I might not play them at all. 2-star, like I might just stack them with their quarterback. You understand? Like 3-star plays, I'm just mixing in at 10, 15%, just like you see here. Like if you look through this list, you'll see, oh yeah, that guy was. Now look what just happened. I pulled out Kamara and all hell broke loose. I mean, look at this. We're getting a whole different setup here. I can't have this much. Darrell Henderson's going to be 11% on. I don't want to be 60%. Let's go 30%, right? Dalvin Cook. I want to let Dalvin cook. Don't get me wrong, but he is not a cash play. Like he will just bomb if his team is bombing. So I'm going to set a limit there. Ranjan. I like Ranjan quite a bit. Let's just get a nice mix of quarterbacks. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't even love Josh Jacobs, man. This whole running back group just became a lot worse. This whole running back group became a lot worse. Alex, how am I going to be busy tomorrow? I'm fucking up all night making videos. I'm going to be busy changing all my freaking lineups. They all have players from this game. They all have Kamara in them. Every single lineup I made has Kamara in it so far. Omar, just to answer your question, bro, I was going to be 100% Kamara in my handcrafts and about 80% Kamara in my MME today. So I'll go 100% on a player if I love him that much. I don't love anything at running back right now. This is a fucking shit show. This really is a legit shit show. I'm going to get a little more diversified. That's my guy. Yeah. Blings will go 100% on a guy he loves also. That's how he rolls. I got a lot of fucking lineups to hand change tomorrow. That's going to be crazy. I want the news now. And by the way, don't forget to adjust your season-long teams too. Oh my goodness, what a disaster. Right? What a disaster. Freaking fullback. A fucking turd. That's who got the Rona? The fullback? Freaking fullback. Kidding me right now? Yeah. The only time they use a fullback is during showdowns. If Taysom Hill has the Rona, they all have it. I'm telling you. All right, so now I just like look. It's way too much Kenyon Drake. I'm not doing that. So again, this is just like throwing me off a little bit here. How much Kenyon Drake do we want? I don't know. 20%. So, like, look at the running back spot now. I got to raise this guy up a little bit. I mean, Jonathan Taylor. I'm just going to go well-rounded. This really sucks. I had a whole plan involving loading up on Kamara. Now it's got to be Zeke. I got to raise up Zeke a little bit. I guess you got to go 48% Zeke. I don't even love Zeke that much, but I mean, he always scores a touchdown. That's good on FanDuel. Unreal. Next man up. I guess we'll do a little more Dalvin Cook. I mean, what else can you do? Big Willie? It's too much of that. No, I got a lot of work to do here. This is ridiculous. I want more Devontae Parker. I want less Will Fuller than 42%. Less DJ Moore. Even no matter how much I lower DJ Moore, he keeps just popping up. Feels too chalky. I feel like the chalk wide receivers are going to blow up in our face this week. I want to see about avoiding it. All right. Last piece of advice, guys. Watch out for those chalk wide receivers this week. If you're a Lions fan, this was your shot to get a win against the vaunted Saints, and you know now by the time the Saints play, Michael Thomas is going to be back. All those injuries will be healed up. Marshawn Lattimore is going to be all good. So basically, that just screwed over all of the fans. I don't even know what I'm saying right now because of this. Let them play. This will not happen. Guys, the NFL is protecting the integrity of the NFL. If like a massive outbreak happens amongst multiple teams, then the whole season is going to be in jeopardy. So they're going to cancel that game. They will cancel any game. If a player is sick, they're going to cancel the game. That's just what's going to keep happening. We're going to accept it. We're not going to complain or think anything different. It's just what it's going to be. And it's good that they cancel the fucking game, because if they didn't cancel the game, I want more press wins with my Fitzpatrick. I got to raise him up. What? Why are you making it so difficult for me, James? I don't know. I just got fucked by the Rona too. I need a minute. My chalk guys are going to show up here. Check it out. This is really easy. My chalk guys are basically, this is it. By exposure. You could see it. It's right here on the screen. Yeah, Marley's with me. I just raised that shit up to 35 from 25. I'm like, give me that fucking Marley. While you're out there, bro, what the fuck happened with Jermaine Durant to me? She wins in the third round, and yet I only got 66 fucking points. What the fuck's going on here? I didn't watch it. I was doing it live stream. But wait, no, I don't want to download. Run it again. But yeah, I raised up my Fitzpatrick to 35 because I love me some Fitz. How to mess with draw. Contact support. You'll hear back in a week, bro. You'll hear back in a week. Hell yeah, fuck the Rona. Hell yeah, fuck the Rona. You want to see my chalk? Just here we go. Here's wide receiver. It's Fuller, it's Lockett, it's Cooper, it's DJ Moore, it's Stephon Diggs, Devontae Parker, Odell, Metcalf. Where's my boy Jarvis Landry? Get a little more of that. These are the chalk guys. These are the guys I like. This is the group, right? Tight end. Who do we like? Gesicki. Oh, that's a little too much. D-Ron Waller. That's cool, but I mean, I'm going to go a little bit higher with Mark Andrews now. Going to maybe go a little bit low. Look at, he's 8% projected. I got him at 50. That's too much. It's too much. I'm going to go 35. I'm going to limit Waller to 30% and see what happens. Too much Jefferson? You're from fucking Minnesota. That's your guy. You don't like Jefferson? How much Jefferson am I getting? I don't want Jefferson outside of like stacks. So let me see why is this happening? I don't want Jefferson outside of, and I didn't even use Kirk Cousins. So the only stack that he should really be in is a Deshaun Watson stack, right? Let's see what's going on here. I'm getting too much Jefferson. Lower that. Get more Thielen, more Cook. All right, let's give it one more run. Let's see what happens. Oh, you weren't watching? Oh. Oh, so she was getting wrestle fucked the whole time. So I got lucky that she got the choke. All right, well, that's good to know. Yeah, Seahawks are allowing the most fantasy points to wide receivers of any team. That's why we're loading up on the Dolphins. No, my man. I like it. Minnesota. Vikings fan. Give me the heads up. Now we're getting a little more Preston Williams, a little more Devontae. Where's Jefferson? Wait, I didn't want no Jefferson. See, I destroyed it now. Now I got nothing. Oh, there he is. See, that's too little. So we're going to go 10.3, and we got to go back up. See, when can't overreact. Can't overreact. You know, I heard a really good idea that they should have the Jets be the roaming team. So they don't get a schedule. They just like play all the makeup games with the Corona teams. Like the Jets are so bad, they should just be the laughing stock that the Rona teams like after you missed a game, you get to play the Jets and like get a free win. All right, listen, everything's rumors right now. Everything's rumors right now. But if Kamara get the Roan, that's going to ruin a lot of fantasy leagues, or at least the next month worth. Guys, when you get the Corona, you're not good in 2 weeks. It takes like a couple of weeks. It takes like 2 weeks just to recover. You're not going to play. Now it's 2 or 3 weeks, guys. That's the fucking Rona. You get the Rona, you're not coming back next week. Now, they're going to quarantine those guys. What's going to happen is the players who actually get the Corona. Oh, man. Can you imagine if everything's fine? Nothing to see here. By the way, that's fine, dude. Do that. That's like the best. That's the best team anyway. You get Dak and Russ. Fitzpatrick. Baker Mayfield is fine. It's fine. Oh my God. This is all like rumors right now. All rumors. We don't know. But listen, if the guy is legit Rona, then they're going to cancel this shit. I'm just telling you right now. Like if the guy legit has the Rona, they're going to cancel it. They just are. I always have one thing fuck up my lineups. It's going to be this one. It is a fucking shit show. It's a fucking shit show. A little bleach. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. They're going to postpone. It's not going to be last minute. We're going to absolutely know well in advance. By tomorrow morning, we'll know. By tomorrow, like we'll have time. We're gonna know. All right, guys, this is like too much. We got a really good tutorial going. You got a good view of some of the players I like and how that looks when you make lineups. I will still adjust this. Don't think you're being cute. This isn't my final entries or anything like that. I still got a lot of work to do. We're going to figure out what teams are playing, what teams aren't. But I will leave this open I will leave this open, so this screen will always return no matter what. I leave the window open. I don't know how to put this, man, but your girlfriend being allergic to food, that can't be the worst thing in the world. That was not nice of me to say. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna call it here, guys. Good breakdown. I hope this helps. If you have any actual questions regarding how to run the Dom station, let me know. If not, we can meet back up in my channel in Slack and talk shit about the fucking Rona all night long. I hope this helped. Anyway, this was more of a mechanical tutorial on how to set this thing up. So, I mean, we're an hour and 20 minutes in, and no one likes to hear me for that long. So you can always watch from the beginning again. But I'll be hanging out in Slack. Breaking balls. Is this ball breaking? Is that what's happening? He's breaking my balls? We could just hang out in like a live stream and I could just talk and entertain everybody for a few hours. I could just play songs. Like, we can just do like a little bit of where my turds at? Got the Rona. The turds got the Rona. And they're spreading it around. It's unbelievable. All right, guys. I'm going to shut it down here. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be in Slack answering questions as always. I got to adjust my lineup, so don't ask me too many fucking questions because tomorrow I'm going to be like hand adjusting a million fucking lineups. I'm probably going to like massive change Kamara into like Zeke and hope that Zeke does well, or maybe into Dalvin Cook and just hope that it works out. I expect, and I fully expect, that the game will be off. If somebody tested with the Rona, the history has been they cancel the game. Let's expect them to cancel it. Let's plan for that. It all happened during the live stream. Wasn't prepared. Wasn't ready for it. But it happened. That's what we got to do. We got to figure it out. All right. Good luck tomorrow, everyone. Take care, guys.